Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man wala amma ba'du. Then we read the meanings of Surah Al-Balad earlier and went over all the vocabulary words, and we've reached the i'rab of the ayat. So let's begin, inshallah ta'ala. Surah Al-Balad, the surah of the city, right, is mudaf ilayh. Balad is majroor wa alamatu jarrihi al-kasra. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. La uqsimu bihadha al-balad. La, right here is a la of nafiya. It is negating. However, when it's added with uqsum, we said that it brings us tawkeed, it brings us emphasis. Uqsimu is a fil mudari' marfu' wa alamatu rafihi ad-damma zahira, right? And the fa'il for this verb is a damir mustatir, a hidden pronoun, taqdiruhu ana, I swear. Bihadha, ba is a harf jar, right? هذا is an ismu ishara mabni ala sukun fi mahal al-jar bi harf jar or bi al-ba. And al-balad is a badal. It is a substitute for هذا. Therefore, it is majroor just as هذا is wa alamatu jarrihi al-kasra. Anytime you have a question, inshallah ta'ala, just type it in or raise your hand in the box, and inshallah, if I see it, hopefully I'll look back and forth a few times and we'll answer it. Abdullah said he's going to be a little bit late. Wa anta hillum bihadha al-balad. Wa anta, wow, here basically is a wow of hal, right? Wow of hal is showing how he or how the Prophet ﷺ is in the land, right? Anta is a damir munfasal. It's a separate pronoun. Mabni ala fatha fi mahal raf mubtada. So it is your mubtada. Hillun is your khabar marfu' wa alamatu rafihi ad-damma. Anta is your mubtada, but it's mabni ala fatha, so we don't get to say if it's marfu' or majroor or like this because it is mabni. Bihadha, again, ba is a harf jar, hadha is a ismu ishara, mabni ala sukun fi mahal al-jar, bi harf jar. Al-balad is again a substitute for hadha, so therefore it is majroor, wa alamatu jarrihi al-kasra. Wa walidin wa ma walad, wa here is a harf atf, it is a connecting word, right? It is ma'tuf to balad, right? It is ma'tuf to balad, what Allah is swearing by, right? Therefore, it is majroor, right? It is majroor wa alamatu jarrihi al-kasra. Wa is a harf atf. Walada is a fil madi, mabni ala fatha, right? And the fa'il for this verb is a damir mustatir, hidden pronoun, right? Taqdiruhu huwa, and what he gave birth to. So Allah is swearing by Adam and his offspring. Laqad, lam is a lam of here jawab al-qasam, right? It is the jawab al-qasam. So we swore this la here is jawab al-qasam. Qad here, since it is appearing before a past tense verb, khalaqa or khalaqna, then it is a harf of tahqiq. It is showing that it definitely took place. Khalaqna is a fil madi, mabni ala sukun. Why is it mabni ala sukun? Li'ittisalihi an-na al-fa'ilin. The na al-fa'ilin, right, is, or the na for nahnu, right, we created, that is your, right, that is your fa'il. in a position of being fi mahal raf. الإنسان is مفعول به منصوب وعلامة نصبه الفتحة ظاهرة. Right? في حرف جار مبني على السكون. كبد is اسم مجرور وعلامة جره الكسرة. الكسرة ظاهرة. أيحسب. is a حرف استفهام. Right? It's a hamza al-istifham. It's a question. Right? It's not really a question here. Right? It's called tawbih. Like Allah wants to cause fear into you. He's asking you a question, but He doesn't really want to answer. He wants you to think about it and to fear Him. Right? يحسب is a fi'l mudari marfu' wa alamatu rafihi ad-damma. And the fa'il for this verb is a damir mustatir taqdiruhu huwa. Right? Ayahsabu. And ahad, if we get there, will be your fa'il as well. Fa'il marfu' alamatu rafihi ad-damma. And is a harf nasb. Right? And it is mukhaffafa from anna. It is light from anna. Lan is a harf nasb also, showing something, negating something for the future. Negating something for the future. Does he think lan yaqdir, that no one is going to be powerful? Yaqdira is a fi'l mudari mansoob bilan. It is mansoob because of lan. Wa alamatu nasbihi al-fatha ظاهرة. عليه على is a harf jar مبني على السكون. The ha is a damir متصل في محل jar. Ahadun, as we said, is the fa'il, right? وعلامة مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الضمة. يقول is a fi'l mudari, a present tense verb, مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الضمة. أهلكت, and the fa'il here is a damir mustatir taqdiruhu huwa. Right? أهلكت is a fi'l madi مبني على سكون لاتصاله التاء. Right? The ta, which is the fa'il here. To, meaning ana, I did it. Right? And the ta here is a damir muttasil mabni ala dhamma fi mahal raf fa'il. It's the doer. Malan is maf'ulun bihi mansoob, the object of the verb, wa alamatu nasbihi fatha. Lubada is a sifa for malan. Right? And so therefore it is mansoob, just as the noun is. وعلامة نصبه فتح ظاهرة. أيحسب, again the same thing. Is harf istifham, right? But Allah is not really asking us a question here. Allah is trying to cause fear in that person. يحسب is a fi'l mudari مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الضمة. And the fa'il is a damir mustatir taqdiruhu huwa. As we read further in the sentence, again, ahadun is going to be our fa'il marfu' wa alamatu raf'ihi ad-damma. An is mukhaffafa from anna. It's a harf nasib, right? Lam is a harf nafi with jazm wa qalb. It makes the past tense verb or present tense verb mean the past tense, and it makes it majzoom. So yara with the alif maksura, when we put lam in front of it, became yara, and we drop the alif. That's the sign of it being majzoom. And then we have the hu on there. Hu here is a damir muttasil, right? Fi mahal an-nasb maf'ulun bihi. That no one will see him. And ahadun, as we said, is the fa'il of yahsabu. Again, if there's any questions, just raise your hand or type it and I'll answer it, inshallah. Alam naj'al lahu aynayn. Alam, right? A is harf istifham. Hamza al-istifham, harf istifham. Right? It's asking a question, but again, not asking a question, it's for tawbih. It wants to cause fear in the person, make them think about what they're doing. Lam is a harf nafi wa jazm wa qalb. It's going to negate, cause the verb to be negative. It's also going to make it majzoom, and it's going to turn it from being present tense into the past tense. Yaj'al or naj'al is a fi'l mudari majzoom wa alamatu جزمه السكون, even though it's not written here because of tajweed purposes. The two lambs, they put a shadda on the second lamb to run them together. But there should be a sukoon there, grammatically. نجعل له, la is harf jar, ha is a damir muttasal, fi mahal jar. It's in the position of being majroor because it's after the harf jar. Aynain is the maf'ulun bihi, right? Wa alamatu nasbihi al-ya. Why? Because it is muthanna, it is dual. And the sign of the dual being mansub or majroor is the ya, such as we see here, right? And the fa'il for naj'al is a damir mustatir, a hidden pronoun, taqdiruhu nahnu, right? وَلِسَانًا وَشَفَتَيْن, wa is a harf atf, lisan is ma'tuf to aynain, and so therefore it is mansub, wa alamatu nasbihi fatta dhahira, wa is a harfu atf, shafatain is ma'tuf, therefore it is mansub, wa alamatu nasbihi ayya, just like aynain, right? Just like aynain. Wa hadaynahu, wa is a harf atf, right? Hadayna is a past tense verb, mabni ala sukoon, li'ittisalihi and na fa'ilin. The na is the fa'il here, in a position of fi mahal raf. Hu is a damir muttasal, fi mahal nasb, maf'ulun bihi. It's the object of the verb. An-najdain is also a maf'ulun bihi. We guided him to what? So it needs, or here at least it has two maf'uls. The first one is who? We guided him. We guided him to what? An-najdain, maf'ulun bihi, mansub, wa alamatu nasbihi, ya, because it is muthanna, right? Fala iqtahama, or falaqtahama. Fa here is istitnafiya, continuation. The la is a la of nafiya, of negation, right? Iqtahama is a fil madi, it is a past tense verb, mabni ala fatha, right? The fa'il is mustatir, taqdiruhu huwa. Al-aqaba is the maf'ulun bihi, mansub, wa alamatu nasbihi al-fatha. He is not struggled, he has not striven for what? For the high, the steep road, right? Wa ma adraka mal aqaba, wow is atfir, right? Ma here is an ismu istifham, right? What will make you know? Istifham fi mahal raf mubtada. This is your mubtada. Adra is a fil madi, past tense verb, mabni ala fatta muqaddara, on that alif, because we don't get to see it, right? And the fa'il here is the damir mustatir, taqdiruhu anta here, right? Or huwa. And what will make you know? Kaf, right? Kaf is a damir muttasal fi mahal nasb, maf'ulun bihi. What will make you know? And adraka is the khabar of ma. Ma again is ma istifham fi mahal raf mubtada. Al-aqaba is your khabar marfu wa alamatu raf'ihi ad-damma. Fakku rakaba. Fak is another khabar, right? Another khabar. What to? وما ما العقبة, what is it? It is fakku raqaba, right? Fakku raqaba. It is khabar marfu' wa alamatu raf'ihi ad-damma. Raqaba is mudaf ilayh. It is mudaf ilayh majroor wa alamatu jarrihi al-kasra. Aw is harf atf, a connecting word. It just brings the sentences together. It'amun. It'am is ma'tuf to fak. It is marfu', just as fak is marfu'. Alamatu rafihi ad-damma. Fi harf jar mabni ala sukun. Yawmin ismu majroor wa alamatu jarrihi al-kasra. The is a sifa for yawm. It's an attribute or a description. Therefore it is majroor wa alamatu jarrihi al-ya. لأنه من الأسماء الخمسة, because it is from the 5 nouns, أب وأخ وهم وفم وذو. مسغبة is مضاف إليه to the, وعلامة جره الكسرة. يتيما. يتيما is a مفعول به. يتيما is a مفعول به. Dealing with who are you feeding? Who are you feeding? إطعام. Right? إطعام يتيما. You're feeding the yatim. مفعول به منصوب وعلامة نصبه الفتح. That is a sifa of yatim, and therefore it is mansub. Mansub with an alif, because it is from the asma al-khamsa. Those asma al-khamsa, they become marfu with a waw, mansub with an alif, and majroor with a ya. Maqraba is mudaf ilay to that, majroor wa alamatu jarrihi al-kasra. Aw harf atf, miskinan. Or you feed you on the day of hunger, the day of severe hunger, you feed a miskin. You feed who? Miskinan, maf'ulun bihi, mansub, or ma'tuf to yatim because of the harf atf. Either way, right? Miskinan, maf'ulun bihi, or ma'tuf to yatiman, wa alamatu nasbihi al-fatta. That is a sifa of miskin, right? Therefore, it must be mansub wa alamatu nasbihi al-alif, because it's from the asma al-khamsa. Matraba, mudaf ilay, majroor wa alamatu jarrihi al-kasra. Thumma, harf atf. What does thumma benefit us? It teaches us that there is an order. There is an order to how it took place. 1, 2, 3, 4. There was an order, and as well as it does not have to happen right away, such as fa. Fa means something took place right away. Thumma, right? Thumma means there could be some time in between there. Kana is a fil madi, naqis, mabni ala fatha, right? And the ismu kana is a damir mustatir taqdiruhu huwa. Min alladhina, min is a harf jar, mabni ala sukun. This fatha here is for reading purposes. It is to prevent us from having two sukuns being next to one another. Alladhina is an ismu mawsul, mabni ala fatha. It's always going to have this fatha there, right? Fi mahal jar, after min. It's in the position of being majroor, after min. Min alladhina is in a position of being mansub khabaru kana. Huwa min alladhina. Kana, huwa is hidden inside of there. Ismu kana marfu, ismu kana marfu. Min alladhina khabaru kana mansub. Amanu is a fil madi. It's a past tense verb. Mabni ala dhamma. Why ala dhamma? Li'tisalihi a waw jama'. The waw jama' is your file, right? Marfu. Wa harf atf, tawasaw. Tawasaw is a fil madi. Mabni ala dhamma. But here, right? But here, we don't get to see the dhamma just due to the type of verb it is, right? But normally, it's mabni ala dhamma muqaddara, right? Tawasaw. And again, the waw jama'a is your file, marfu'. Bi sabri, ba is a harf jar. Sabri ismu majroor wa alamatu jarrihi al-kasra. Wa tawasaw, waw harf atf. Tawasaw, again, fil madi, mabni ala dhamma muqaddara, because of this fatha, because of how the verb is, we don't get to see it due to the waw jama'. Bil marhama, ba is a harf jar. Al marhama ismu majroor wa alamatu jarrihi al kasra. Ulaika, ulaika's ismu ishara, mabni ala fatha here, because ula'i is actually the ismu ishara, and the ka is another part to it, right? But we'll say ulaika's ismu ishara mabni ala fatha fi mahal raf mubtada, right? Ashabu is your khabar. مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الضمة. ميمنة is مضاف إليه وعلامة جره الكسرة. والذين واو is حرف عطف. الذين is معطوف, right? It is معطوف to basically أولئك, since it is in the position of being مرفوع as the mubtada, right? كفروا is a فعل ماضي مبني على ضمة لاتصاله واو جماعة, meaning them. They disbelieved. Wow is the file مرفوع. بآياتنا با is a حرف جار. آياتي اسم مجرور وعلامة جره الكسرة. نا is a ضمير متصل في محل جار مضاف إليه. are آيات. Home is a ضمير منفصل مبني على سكون في محل رفع مبتدا. Your خبر here would be كفروا. والذين كفروا is your خبر. Home is another مبتدا. It is مبني على سكون, but here is في محل رفع مبتدا. أصحاب is your خبر مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الضمة. مشأمة or المشأمة مضاف إليه وعلامة جره الكسرة. عليهم على حرف جار مبني على سكون. هم اسمه الضمير متصل في محل جار بعلى, right? It's in the position of being مجرور. نار is a مبتدا. نار is your مبتدا, right? مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الضمة. Your خبر is عليهم. There's fire upon them. مؤصدة is a sifa of nar, therefore it is مرفوع with ضمة ظاهرة, right? وعلامة رفعه الضمة ظاهرة. So a fire waiting to attack is upon them, right? This is how it works. Any questions? طيب, 1 second, I'm gonna take a drink. طيب. Surah Al-Shams. Surah Al-Shams. The surah of the sun. We know the word Shams is the sun, right? Surah Al-Shams. Allah Azza wa Jalla says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And this first wa is a wa of qasam, a wa of swearing. Wash-shamsi, by the sun. Wa duhaha. Duha is the forenoon. And it's forenoon, right? Meaning when the sun is very bright. When we have like the sun on the horizon, when it's here in the morning. If you go out at Dhuhr time or around Dhuhr, the sun is up in the air. So while you're in your car, for example, the sun is above. So while it might be hot, it's not as bright as it is in the morning when it is directly in your eyesight. So Allah is swearing by this duhaha, the sun and its brightness. Wal qamari, the qamar is the moon. Ida talaha. Talaha is to follow, to succeed, right? Talaha. And when it follows it, meaning the sun, that's why it is, right? That's why it is feminine here. Talaha. When it follows it, meaning when it follows the sun. When the moon, when it follows sun, meaning when the sun goes down, then the moon comes up. It follows it. Wan nahari, in the daytime. Nahar is the daytime. Ida jallaha. Ida when jallaha. Jalla is from Jim Lam Alaf Maksura, right? Jim Lam Alaf Maksura, meaning to be brought to or to be exposed, to be revealed. So, and by the daytime, when it is exposed or revealed, when it becomes daytime. وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا يَغْشَاهَا, and the night, وَاللَّيْل, and the night, إِذَا when يَغْشَاهَا, from Ghain, Sheen, Ya. And we've had this word a number of times. When it covers it. When it covers it. Referring back to the sun. right? Referring back to the sun when the night covers it. Was-sama'i, and by the skies. Sama'i, wama banaha, right? And what built it? Banaha. And what is bana? Is to build something. Wama banaha. And what built it up? Meaning the sky. Referring, the ha here is referring to the sky. In the sky, and what built it up, and what holds it up, what constructs it, right? Wal ardi wama tahaha. Wal ard, and that is, and the earth, wama tahaha, from ta ha alif, right? Taha means to be spread out, or it can also mean to be thrown like a ball, right? Thrown like a ball, right? And then you see the meaning of spread out. Something is not just in one place, it's thrown and spread across the yard, for example. Was-sama'i wama talaha. In the sky, and by the sky, and what caused it to be thrown about, right? And spread about. Wan-nafsi, no, wal-ardi, wan-nafsin, and by a soul. Notice it does not have alif lam like the rest of them do. Ash-shams, al-qamar, al-nahar, al-layl, as-sama, al-ard. Here this one is indefinite, right? Wan-nafsin wama sawwaha. And by a soul, wama sawwaha, and what it is, and what makes it, what perfects it. Sawwa is has many meanings. Sawwa has many meanings, right? It kind of means and to make it, right? To make it, to shape it, right? So in informal Arabic, they use this word a lot. Usawi ta'am, I'm making food. Usawi wajib, I'm doing my homework. Usawi, it has a lot of meanings like that, right? And wama sawwaha, and what shaped it, what formed it. فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا. Alham, maybe we're familiar with this word a little bit if we're familiar with the actions of the Sufis, right? They have ilham, where they get this enlightening or revelation. They get this enlightenment. Alhama means to inspire something. فَأَلْهَمَهَا, so he inspired it, meaning the soul. Fujura, right? He enlightened it, he informed it about its fujur, its immorality, its from the word fajra, like its criminality, its immorality. What taqwaha, and its righteousness. And taqwa comes from waw, qaf, alif maksura, waqa, right? Waqaya. Taqwaha. So Allah informed us about the evilness or the wickedness of the soul as well as its righteousness. Then he says, قَدْ أَفْلَهَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا. Qad is an emphasis. Aflaha, meaning to be successful. He is successful, men. Zakkaha, the one who purifies it. Zakka, meaning to purify, right? And that's what zakat does, right? It purifies your wealth. Zakatul fitr, it purifies, and we don't want to forget to pay that. It purifies us from, right, any mistakes that we may have made during our fasting. Immoral speech or anything like this. قَدْ أَفْلَهَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا. So he is successful, the one who purifies it. وَقَدْ خَابَ مَنْ دَسَّاهَا. Khaba comes from kha, waw, ba, or you might find it kha, ya, ba, right? This or that, depending which dictionary. Khaba means to fail, to be the opposite of aflaha, to be unsuccessful. to be frustrated, right? To lose. وَقَدْ خَابَ, and indeed he lost, he was frustrated, right? He failed. مَنْ دَسَّاهَا, whoever dassa, from dal sin. Dal sin with a shadda, then this means to be corrupted. Men dassaha, whoever corrupted it. Dassa, to corrupt something. Qad khaba man dassaha, he failed, the one who corrupted it. Kadhabat thamudu bitagwaha. Kadhabat, the past tense verb, meaning they disbelieved. But here it means to deny something. Kadhaba, meaning to deny it, to say it's not true, which is disbelief. Kadhabat Thamud, it's the file here, they disbelieved bitagwaha. By, ba is by, tagwa, from the root, ta, ghain, actually a wow, right? Tagaw, meaning their transgressions. Bitagwaha, by their transgressions, right? And the ha is there because the ha is referring to the people of Qawm Thamud, right? They, the Medina and so on, by their transgressions. إِذِ انْبَعَثَ أَشْقَاهَا. Idha is when, imba'atha from ba, ain, tha, meaning, and this is form 7, meaning when they were set out, right? When something was delegated. Ba'ath is the Yawm al-Qiyamah, that's the resurrection, the ba'ath. Imba'atha, when they were sent out, when they were dispatched, ashqaha, when they sent out, right? The ashqa comes from sheen, qaf, ya, meaning to be the most evil person, the most miserable person. So in the hadith of Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu, when he talks about, it's called the hadith of as-Sadiq al-Masduq, about the qadr, then he says that is written for them, are they when they're in the womb of their mother, are they going to be sa'id am shaqi? Are they going to be happy or are they going to be miserable? So this is ashqaha, right? Imba'atha ashqaha, when they sent out their most wretched person. Then he says, فَقَالَ لَهُمْ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ. So he said to them, the Messenger of Allah said, as we see the Dhamma on Rasul, he's the file here. And he said to them, the Messenger of Allah said to them, نَاقَةَ اللَّهِ وَسُقْيَاهَا. Naqa is a female camel, right? Naqa is a female camel. It's very prized to the Arabs, right? وَسُقْيَاهَا. Suqya means in their drinking water. Suqyaha is their drinking water. From saqi, sin, qaf, ya, something to give a drink to, right? Something, or giving a drink to something. So he says, let me see what he says in the tafsir here. Naam, and it's drinking from water, right? This is the camel. The messenger here is Salih, who was sent to Thamud, alayhi salam. Right? This is the naqa of Allah. Right? This is the naqa of Allah. So be aware of it. And it's drinking time, because the Thamud, when they asked for this miracle, this big, huge she camel came out of a rock. It came out of a rock. The rock split open and a camel walked out of it. Pregnant. Right? Amazing. And the camel was huge. It was amazing. So he was telling them, this is the camel of Allah, and this is its watering place. You have a day to drink, and they have a day to drink. The camel. Don't bother the camel. When it's its turn to drink, leave it alone. Right? Naqatullahi wa suqyaha. This is the camel of Allah. Beware of it. There's something missing here, right? This is the camel of Allah, and this is its drinking. So he outlined to them the rules. فَكَذَّبُوهُ. So they denied him. They belied him. They didn't believe in him. فَأَقَرُوهَا. From Ain, Qaf, Ra. Meaning they wounded it. They cut it up. right? They cut up its legs. They strung it up by its knees. فَأَقَرُوهَا. They slaughtered it. Basically, they wounded it. They crippled it. Right? فَدَمْدَمَ عَلَيْهِمْ. Damdama from dal mim means to inflict a punishment. فَدَمْدَمَ عَلَيْهِمْ. So he sent a punishment down upon them. Rabbuhum, your Lord, or their Lord. Rabbuhum, their Lord sent a punishment. It's the fa'il here. Sent a punishment down upon him. بِذَنْبِهِمْ. Be here means because of. This is the ba' sababiyya. Because of their them. Because of their sin. Because of their crime. فَسَوَّاهَا. Fa is so or therefore. Sawaha from sawa here meaning to be level, right? To make something level, like the word mustawa, right? Level 1, right? Mustawa. So fasawaha. So he punished them and he leveled them. He leveled their city. He leveled their town. وَلَا يَخَافُ أُقْبَاهَا. وَلَا, and he's not. يَخَافُ from khawf. He doesn't fear. أُقْبَاهَا. Uqba, ayn, qaf, ba, alif, maksura means the consequence, the end result, the end of something. Like we have aqibu lil muttaqin. Wal aqibatu للمتقين والعاقبة meaning the end is for the believers. Here uqba from that same word. Aqab is also your heel of your foot. It's the end of your body. It's your aqab, right? So uqbaha, he doesn't fear the end result. He doesn't fear the outcome of what he did. Meaning Allah Azza wa Jal, he does not fear the outcome of what he did. Is there any questions? وفيكم بارك. Inshallah, we're going to do the Arab of the ayat. Inshallah, we're going to do the Arab of the ayat. Allah, of course, Surah Shams is mudaf ilayh. If you went up to the next page and saw it at the bottom of the page, then you would see the kasra wa alamatu jarrihi al kasra, Surah Shamsi, right? But here we have Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. والشمس وضحاها. Wow is a harf qasam, harf jar, harf qasam, making the noun after it majroor, right? Because he's swearing by it. والشمس. والشمس is called muqsim bihi. This is harf qasam. This is muqsim bihi. What Allah is swearing by. Majroor wa alamatu jarrihi al kasra. وضحاها. Wow is a harfu atf. Duha is ma'tuf on Shams. So therefore it is majroor. Right? It is majroor. However, this alif, it's majroor with a kasra muqaddara. An implied kasra because we don't get to see it on that alif there. Right? But it is majroor. And the ha is a damir muttasil, an attached pronoun, mabni ala sukun. في محل jar مضاف إليه, in a position of being majroor because it is مضاف إليه, and its brightness, its forenoon brightness, right? والقمر, wow is harfu atf, or it could be a wow al-qasam, this or that. If it's wow al-qasam, then the qamar is muqsam bihi. If it's wow harfu atf, then it is ma'tuf ala shams, and it's still going to be majroor because shams is majroor. وعلامة جاره الكسرة. إذا is a ظرف زمان مبني على سكون في محل النصب, right? في محل النصب because all ظرف زمان is نصب منصوب. تلاها, right? تلا is a في الماضي مبني على فتح مقدرة, right? مقدرة, an implied fatha, because you cannot write an alif on that you cannot write a fatha on that alif. And the fa'il is a damir mustatir taqdiruhu, referring back to the qamar, right? Referring back to the qamar, right? And it is, the ha is maf'ulun bihi. It is a damir muttasil fi mahal al-nasb maf'ulun bihi. And, right, or no, either talaha, and when it follows it. What is it following? Right? Maf'ulun bihi is following it. Right? Wan nahari, again, ma'tuf ala qamr wa shams. So therefore it is majroor, alamatul jariyya kasra. Either dharf zaman, mabni ala sukun fi mahal nasb. Jallaha, jalla is a fil madi, mabni ala fatha muqaddara, because of the mana min dhuhuriha al alif. It's prohibited from showing it, being apparent because of the alif. Jallaha wa nahari idha jallaha, and by the daytime when it overtakes, or like this, then the ha here is a damir muttasil fi mahal nasb maf'ulun bihi, right? Maf'ulun bihi, the same as the one in front of it. Wal layli, again ma'tuf to shams, so therefore it is majroor with the kasra, or the sign of it being majroor is a kasra. Either dharf zaman mabni ala sukun fi mahal nasb. Yaghsha is a fil mudari', right? Fil mudari' marfu' wa alamatu raf'i ad-damma muqaddara. الضمة مقدرة because of the alif. منع من ظهورها الألف. ها is a damir متصل في محل النصب مفعول به, and by the night when it covers it, right? Covers it. Covers what? It. مفعول به منصوب. والسماء, واو is حرف عطف. السماء معطوف to ليل, to نهار, to قمر, to شمس, مجرور وعلامة جره الكسرة. وما, wa is a harfu atf, right? Ma is here an ismu mawtuf. It is an ismu mawsul, right? Ma'tuf, mabni ala sukun, fi mahal al-jar, right? It is fi mahal al-jar. And what? Right? It is ma'tuf to, where am I at? No, here. It is ma'tuf to sama'. It is ma'tuf to sama'. Wa samai wa ma. And what? So it is just like this. It is majroor fi mahal al-jar, right? Banaha. Bana is a fil madi, mabni ala fatha muqaddara, because of the alif, right? Ha is the damir muttasil fi mahal al-nasb maf'ulun bihi. Built what? Built it. Wal ardi ma'tuf, right? واو is حرف عطف. الأرض معطوف وعلامة جره الكسرة. وما طهاها, wa is حرف عطف. ما is a اسم موصول في محل الجر معطوف على الأرض والسماء والليل, so it's in في محل الجر, right? طهاها, طه, right, is a في الماضي مبني على فتحة مقدرة منع من ظهورها الألف. It's prohibited from being seen because of the alif. And the ha is a damir muttasil fi mahal nasb maf'ulun bihi. And the ard, the earth, and by it being spread out, right? Right? By its spreading it out, or and what spreads it out. Wa nafsi, or wa nafsin. Wa is harfu atf. Nafsin is ma'tuf to layl, wa sama, wa qamar, wa sama, all of this. Majroor, alamatul jarhi al-kasra. Wa is harfu atf. Ma, again, ismu mawsul fi mahal al-jar, ma'tuf to nafs. Sawaha, sawa is a fil madi, past tense verb. Mabni ala fatha muqaddara. Mana min dhuhuriha al-alif, right? Ha is the damir muttasil fi mahal al-nasb maf'ulun bihi. It's the object of the verb, and what fashioned it, right? فألقمها. فألقمها. The fa is a harfu atf or istitnafiyya. Here it's atf, right? Alqama Or alhama, I said alqama. Alhama is a past tense verb. Fil madi, mabni ala fatha. Ha is a damir muttasil fi mahal nasb maf'ulun bihi. Fujuraha. Fujura is also a maf'ulun bihi. Mansub wa alamatu nasbihi al-fatha dhahira. Ha is a damir muttasil fi mahal jar mudaf ilay. Fujuraha, it's evil, showing possession. وَتَقْوَاهَا wa is a harfu atf. Taqwa is maf'ulun bihi, or it's ma'tuf to fujur, right? It is not with that I circled, right? Taqwa is mansub with a fatha muqaddara, right? With a fatha muqaddara because of the alif. And ha is a damir muttasil fi mahal jar mudaf ilay. Taqwaha, it's righteousness, showing possession. Qad, as we've explained here, is a harf tahqiq because it's appearing in front of a past tense noun. Aflaha from fa'laha is a form 4 verb. Fil madi mabni ala fatha. Right? The fa'il is man. Man is an ism mawsul mabni ala sukoon. Here it is your fi mahal raf fa'il. Zakkaha. Zakkaha is a fil madi. Right? Mabni ala fatha muqaddara. Mana' min dhuhuriha, prevented from seeing it or being apparent. The alif. Ha is a damir mustatir or damir muttasil, not mustatir, muttasil fi mahal jar, right? Mudaf ilay, zakkaha. Now, asif, it is maf'ulun bihi, mansub. Whoever purifies it is right. Maf'ulun bihi. Ha, damir muttasil fi mahal nasb, maf'ulun bihi, right? Purifies it. وقد, and again, wow, harf at, qad, harf tahqiq, showing emphasis. Khaba is a fa'il. Khabar is a fil madi, past tense verb. Mabni ala fatha, man is your fa'il. Ism mawsul, mabni ala sukoon, fi mahal raf fa'il. Dassa, right? Dassa, and I wrote it without the alif before. I just put da sin. It should be da sin alif maksura, right? I wrote it wrong earlier. Dassaha. Dassa is a fil madi mabni ala fatha muqaddara. Mana' min dhuhuriha al-alif. It's prevented from seeing it, the alif, right? Dassaha has a damir muttasil fi mahal nasb maf'ulun bihi. Whoever disgraces it, whoever corrupts the soul. Kadhabat is a fil madi. Kadhabat is a fil madi mabni ala fatha. The ta is a ta ta'nith sakina. The fa'il here is damir mustatir taqdiruhu hiya. Kadhabat Thamud. Thamud is your fa'il marfu', right? Fa'il marfu'. Thamud is a fa'il marfu' alamatu raf'i ad-damma. B tagwaha. B is a harf jar. Tagwa, right? Tagwa is a ismu majroor. It is the sign of it being majroor is a kasra muqaddara, right? Because mana' min dhuhuriha al-alif is prevented from seeing it. The alif, the ha is a damir muttasil fi mahal jar mudaf ilay. Tagwaha, its transgression. Its transgression. Idh is a dharf zaman, mabni, right? Mabni ala sukoon. Mabni ala sukoon. Here, this kasra here is to prevent from having two sukoons next to each other, as we have a sukoon on that noon. Now the meme is there because of a tajweed rule. They have a noon which is sakin before a ba. We're going to pronounce it like meme. Imba'atha, not in ba'atha, but ba'atha. So that's why the meme is there. Otherwise, it's a sukoon, as well as sukoon on the dal, right? Ba'atha is a fil madi mabni ala fatha, right? And we're talking about the fa'il here is referring back to Thamud. Ashqaha. Ashqa is a fa'il, right? No, I'm sorry. Not referring back to Thamud. Ashqa is the fa'il. And the sign of it being marfu', the fa'il is always marfu', is a dhamma muqaddara, right? Muqaddara. Ashqaha. When its most evil, wretched person sent something forth, right? Sent them forth. Ha, damir mustatir. Damir muttasil, not mustatir, I'm sorry. Damir muttasil fi mahal jar, right? Mudaf ilay. So, كذبت ثمود بتغواها. The Thamud, they denied or they disbelieved with their transgressions. إذن بعث أشقاها, when the most evil of them was sent out, right? فقال لهم, because they sent out and they killed this camel. They killed the camel, as we said. They cut off its hamstrings and they hung it up by its legs. They butchered it. So فقال, fa is harf isti'nafiyya. Qala, right? Qala is a fil madi mabni ala fatha. The fa'il is taqdiruhu huwa, but when we read the sentence later on, we'll find out that Rasul is the fa'il marfu' with a dhamma. Lahum is la is harf jar. Hum is a damir muttasil fi mahal jar bi lam. Rasulu, as we said, is your fa'il marfu' علامة الرفع الضمة. Allah لفظ الجلالة is مضاف إليه مجرور وعلامة جره الكسرة. ناقة, right? ناقة. ناقة is your مفعول به, right? And the fi'l is محذوف. The fi'l, the verb is dropped. As we said, there is something. When we went through it, we said there's something missing here. It means ihdaru. Or it could be, someone else could say there's another verb drop, but the meaning is beware. Ihdaru, beware of the camel of Allah, wasukyaha, and its days, or in his day of drinking, and his drinking day, right? Or his drinking time. So ihdaru naqata. Naqata is maf'ulun bihi, mansub. Right? Alamatu nasbi al-fatta. Naqatullah, Allah, lafظ jalala is mudaf ilay. Wa alamatu jarhi al-kasra. Wa is harfu atf. Right? Wow is a harfu atf. Suqya. Suqya is ismu mawtuf. Ala kalimat naqa mansub. Wa alamatu nasbihi al-fatta muqaddara. Right? We have a ya and then we have suqya. There's a fatha muqaddara there, right? Because of the alif. The ha is a damir muttasil, an attached pronoun, fi mahal jar mudaf ilay. فَكَذَّبُوهُ. Fa is a harfu atf. كَذَّبُوهُ is a past tense verb. Fil madi mabni ala dhamma. لِإِتِّصَالِهِ a waw jama', due to the waw jama' being attached. And the waw jama' is your file here, marfu'. Hu is a damir muttasil, it's an attached pronoun, fi mahal al-nasb, maf'ulun bihi. They denied who? They denied him. فَأَقَرُوهَا. Fa is a harf atf. Aqaru is a past tense verb, mabni ala dhamma. لِإِتِّصَالِهِ a waw jama', due to the attachment of the waw jama', which is your file, marfu'. Ha is a damir muttasil fi mahal nasb maf'ulun bihi. They slaughtered what? They slaughtered it. Fadamdama. Fa is harfu atf. Damdama. Damdama is a fil madi mabni ala fatha. Mabni ala fatha. Right? And the fa'il here is rabbuhum, as we will see, right? If we didn't have rabbuhum, we say damir mustatir taqdiruhu huwa, right? But here we have the fa'il later on showing up. Alayhim, ala is harf jar, mabni ala sukun. Him is a damir muttasil mabni ala sukun fi mahal jar ba'da ala. Rabbuhum, rabbu is your fa'il marfu alamat rafi ad-damma. Hum is a damir muttasil mabni ala sukun fi mahal jar mudaf ilay. Rabbuhum, their Lord, showing possession. Bi, then bihim, ba is a harf jar. Then be ismu majrur alamatu jarhi al-kasra. Him damir muttasil fi mahal jar mudaf ilay. Fasawaha, fa is a damir harf atf rather, harf atf. Sawa, as we said, is a past tense verb. Fil madi mabni ala fatta muqaddara. Mana min duhuriha al-alaf, prohibited from being apparent or shown because of the alaf maksura. فسواها, ha is a damir muttasil mabni ala sukun fi mahal nasb maf'ulun bihi. So he leveled it, right? He leveled them, right? The ha maf'ulun bihi, object of the verb. ولا يخاف or ولا يخاف, asif. Wow harfu at, la النافية. يخاف is a fi'l mudari mabni ala damma. No, I'm sorry. Fi'l mudari مرفوع بالضمة, not مبني. مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الضمة. I'm talking too fast. I'm sorry. I need a drink of water. ولا يخاف, right? Here referring back to the Rabb. The damir, the files, damir mustatir تقديره هو. ولا يخاف في المضارع مرفوع علامة رفعه الضمة. أقباها, as we said, أقبا is a maf'ulun bihi. It's the object of the verb, mansub with a fatta muqaddara, mina min dhuhuriha, right? It's with an apparent fatta here, and it's with a muqaddara, with an implied fatta here. Mina min dhuhuriha al-alaf, prohibited from seeing it because of the alaf. And the ha is a damir muttasil, an attached pronoun, fi mahal jar mudaf ilay. Uqbaha, its outcome, its result. He doesn't care about it. When he punished them, and there's nothing they can do, and he doesn't care about it. Any questions? No questions?
Nah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
طيب دقيقة واحدة إن شاء الله تعالى.